Alright, I'm here with a brand new pickup video, pretty solid one. Probably not as good as last week, coming off last week, which was a really, really good pickup video. If you want to see my last video, definitely check it out. It's one of my best pickups videos, I think, ever. If not the best. But this one's still pretty good. Lots of stories behind some of this stuff, and all pretty interesting. Start off, as if you watched my last pickup video, I've amassed a lot of consoles, and I had two 64s and just a lot of consoles. And of course, I always, going out to garage sales, getting lots, I always have a big box of crappy games. So I thought it was about time again to take all my consoles, which I had a Super Nintendo, two 64s, or I did not, yeah, a Super Nintendo, two 64s, and a PS1. I took those all to the Exchange, which is a local retail chain. I as well took all my crap games, which my crap games are pretty much games I can't, if I sell on eBay, I would literally make like no profit or break even after paying fees and shipping. Stuff you can't sell like for anything. And, just get trade credit there. It's easy. And it's always a good time because you gotta just get whatever. But the Exchange, of course, is not a very good store anymore, sadly. So I got a decent amount of trade credit for all that stuff. So I've used some of it already, not all of it. I did pick up some pretty cool stuff with the stuff that I did get. So the first thing I got, this was listed at $75, which is a little high for retail, but I figured, it's a nice shape, and since I'm not actually paying $75, I'm paying, I barely paid anything for all this stuff I traded in and got a decent amount of trade credit. So I picked up Mega Man 64 on 64, obviously, complete in box, which I believe this is just Mega Man Legends on 64, but I don't have Mega Man Legends and I've never played it, so that's cool. Yeah, picked that up. I really don't know how to figure out how much I paid for it, but not much, considering that, I really have not paid too much for any of the stuff I have put into that lot of crap I brought to the Exchange. Also picked up, this was brand new, but I opened it, a copy of Ni no Kuni, which, I have not, usually I wanted to get a copy of this new, but every new copy I see is the red label, the greatest hits, and this game's really good. I started playing it, really high production quality. It's the cutscenes are done by Studio Ghibli, or Ghibli, which is, very prominent anime studio in Japan. So, very, very well done game, very high production quality. Goodwill find here, Boy and His Blob for NES. I don't remember how much that was. A couple bucks. Another Goodwill find, just found this today. It was in this silver case for $2, disc-only copy of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. It's not a bad find there. This was pretty scratched up, so it might need resurfaced, but for $2 you can't go wrong. Got this dumb little Batarang thing from GameStop. I just head in there with my friend, and they were like, "Hey, you can have this for free. You can have these little Batarangs on the table." And I was like, "Okay." Which I've been meaning. I'll say I have this game pre-ordered, not at GameStop. If you pre-order this game at Best Buy, you get, if you have like a rewards card there or whatever, you get $10 in like gift certificates there at Best Buy. And if you have the Best Buy Gamers Club Unlocked, which I talk about a lot, definitely sign up for Best Buy Gamers Club Unlocked if you buy games. You can get $12 off of Batman, plus you get another $10. So if you have Gamers Club Unlocked and you want to play Batman Arkham Knight for Xbox One or PS4, you can get it for basically like $40, like at launch. So that's really good. Doing that, yeah, basically you just get the 20% off from Gamers Club Unlocked at Best Buy, which is $12 off of the game. Plus they give you $10 in certificates, which is practically another $10. I mean, you have to spend those certificates at Best Buy, but still pretty good. Went out garage sailing with a friend on a Friday. We just decided, hey, why not? We'll go. And it was yesterday, Friday. And not too much. We didn't go to very many sales, though. There were nothing really. There was supposed to be a big community sale. I drive all the way out there, and it's just the one sale. The lady's like, oh, the rest of them must not be participating or something. And it's like, because the Craigslist ad looked pretty promising. So that was annoying. We just went to a part of this, like, we drove pretty far to somewhere I've never been before. Hit a couple sales, nothing. Asked at one sale because they had a couple DS games and like a Skylanders figure and like Minecraft on 360 or something. It's like, yo, you have any video games? Listed some stuff off. They didn't have anything. I'm like, well, do you have any more DS games since there's a couple out here? And she's like, yeah. And then she just calls her son. Her son's probably about 13 or so. And she's like, go get your DS games. We're going to sell them. So he comes back out with a stack of DS games. A bunch of like movie games and crap like that. But I did find a couple good games in there. There was Mario & Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story, which is a really good RPG. I got it when it came out, so I already have it. And I didn't have this one, Mario Hoops 3-on-3. I asked him how much he wanted for him, and he said $2, so $2 each is good for me. Mario Hoops is pretty interesting, because it was actually like co-developed by Square Enix, so there's Final Fantasy characters in it. And I think Dragon Quest characters, too. That's kind of interesting game. Yeah, pretty cool. So that was a good find. Where do I want to go? Couple stuff from the pawn shop. Some games they had not put out yet. Copy of Luigi's Mansion. This is, I believe only this was $1.99, which is really good. Monkey Ball 2, which I did not have. I have the first one for $1.99. I believe this was $2.99. Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz. The artwork's kind of like wrinkled and water damaged up there a little bit, but didn't have that one either. And Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, and this disc is the Platinum Hits disc, and it's also an absolutely horrendous shape. There's no way that thing will play. So that's a shame, because I wanted to try out Nuts and Bolts. I hear mixed things about it, but I still wanted to check it out. Alright, going into the bulk of the video here today. Garage sailing out today, this morning. Hit the first sale. It says it's going to start at 8:30. We get there at 8. Not really meaning to be early, we just got there early. And the guy was like out there. We got there at like 8:12, I think it was. And the guy was out there, so we like headed up to the ceiling. He's like, "Oh, we're not ready yet," and everything looked ready. And it's like, okay, whatever. Waste a little bit of time. Come back. The Craigslist ad for him said video games. We were the first ones at his sale, and he had some games. So picked up some pretty all right stuff. He wanted $3 each on games, except the ones that were 2-disc, the bigger games he called them. He wanted $5 for those, and it's like, okay. I always hate that, but I was willing to pay $5 for the double disc games. First one was Parasite Eve. I thought it was weird. They had the original ceiling sticker that would go on, I think, the top or somewhere, just kind of spread across here. I don't know why. I'll have to take that off. Yeah, the original Parasite Eve. Another really good one here, Final Fantasy VII. I will be replacing my copy of 7 with this one because this one's better, way better shape. This one's like near mint. They had a Dreamcast game, like a single. I think they had a Ready to Rumble boxing, and like a sports game. But they did have Trick Style for the Dreamcast. I don't know anything about this. I'm going for a complete Dreamcast set slowly but surely, so I pick up anything I don't have. Didn't have Trick Style. And the best one here, only $3. Digimon World 3, which this was a little scratch, but it played. This is a pretty good value game. I think it's like $37, I think Price Chart said. Really good value there. Game. Only $3. So that was $16 for the lot. I could have probably got him down to $15, but I don't care. It's $1. What's the matter? Then the weirdest of the sales, I still don't get this one. Like the last sale we hit of the day, we didn't go to very many. We went to that sale, maybe 10 more, and then this one. We had other stuff to do. Last sale of the day, we walk up to this house, not really expecting much, and then I just see a couple anime DVDs on the top of this thing, and then I see a sign that says video games, $1. And I was like, well, that's a good sign. And they had some games, everything. There were PSP games they had, and a couple PS2 games. PS2 games were nothing great, or they weren't there. The discs weren't inside, but they did have PSP games. I picked up for $1 Wild Arms, but it's not actually Wild Arms in here. I still bought it for $1 though. It was Dissidia Final Fantasy. I'll still pay $1 for the disc of Dissidia Final Fantasy and the case of Wild Arms, but that was kind of a weird one. Then we kind of asked more about games and then found this stack of PS3 games. I left a couple games there. I think I left a Little Big Planet, some game I didn't know anything about that looked really bad, and I don't remember. But I picked up, these are the better PS3 games they had there. Bayonetta, which was complete. Unfortunately, the PS3 games are pretty water damaged. I would have kept this copy of Bayonetta because I don't... Right now, I sold my 360 copy. Because I just have the original Bayonetta with Bayonetta 2 on Wii U. Yeah, I know the PS3 port is not very good at Bayonetta. The best one to play is the Wii U version that comes with 2. But I would have kept that copy still. I already had this game, but Tales of Grace's F. All the PS3 games were $1 too, as well as that PSP game. So $1 for Tales of Grace's F is pretty good. Really cool game here. I already have it though. Valkyria Chronicles. Complete. Again, it's a shame all these are water damaged. I looked at the receipt. They spent like $50 for this game when it first came out. This was a cool one. Final Fantasy 13, and this was only $1 for everything in here. There was a copy of Final Fantasy 13, but also a copy of Tales of Xillia, too, and that was really exciting. So that was cool to see in there. So, technically, 50 cents for Tales of Xillia and 50 cents for Final Fantasy. That's really good. That was cool there. And then, the weirdest part of this sale, because everything about that sale is off. The woman there... I don't remember. I think the house was being repossessed or something. The woman there had all these things out in bins for the rest of it, for the rest of the sale. So I was digging through this one bin. The other bin was like Christmas stuff. I don't know. But the woman kept pointing us over to this mirror, and it seemed like there was a younger person living in this house or something. I don't get it. This woman just kept pointing at this mirror and saying, "Oh, there's a beautiful mirror here for sale." And we're like, "Okay, thanks. We're not really looking for a mirror." But, I don't know. It was weird. There's this bin, and this bin, I wish... We had to have been the only ones looking for games at this sale, because no one would have passed up any of these games for like $1. Let's just face it. So I'm pretty sure I was the only one there. And this bin was crazy. So, like, I was, like, thinking, like, I wish this woman would just say, "Oh yeah, I think we have more games inside," or she brings out a binder of all the discs that were missing from these games. And because there was a couple there was a couple things in this lot that pointed me to there has to be better stuff in here. There was a Dot Hack Outbreak Part 3 manual in there. That would have been nice to find the game in there. I got this manual for free. There was a Power Stone manual, another thing it would have been nice to find the game of. I'm just looking for the disc of that. I have a complete everything else. I have the manual and back artwork. I just need a disc for Power Stone. And a Gauntlet Legends manual, as well as cases for Final Fantasy VII. I don't think the manual's in here. Also, second Final Fantasy case of the day. Final Fantasy VII case. And I've never seen this game before, but it's Squaresoft. Air Guys? I think it's Air Guys. Which, I guess this is like a fighting game, but it has like Cloud. And has other, like, hidden characters with Final Fantasy characters. Kind of neat. I'll have to get that somewhere. I'll keep my eye out for that game. Yeah, I wish that woman would have just... I know if that woman would have just been, like, brought out a binder full of, like, discs or something, with all the discs are missing, plus there was other discs for games, or she would have brought any more games out. Like, I know that would have been gold, but I guess maybe there weren't there, or she didn't know. We did ask, and she said, "This is everything." Like, I guess that we're selling in the house, so I don't know the story. It was a really weird story. Kept digging through that bin. Found an N64. Only wanted $5 for it, so I bought it. No hookups or anything or controller, but I have plenty extra controllers to pair with it, and plenty power cables, so no problem there. As well as I also found the Mad Catz Sega Dreamcast gun. There's like literal poop on this gun. This is the first party like Dreamcast zapper. For some reason they commissioned Mad Catz to make it, but it doesn't seem like too bad of a zapper. So that's cool to have the zapper. And pick this up out of there too. Strategy guide for Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Now I have the strategy guides for 1, 2, and 3, so might as well pick them up. All that stuff there, the four PS3 games plus the Tales of Xillia, the PSP game with the wrong game inside, all the cases, the gun, and the book. That was all $13. He wanted there was five games, $5 for the thing, and then they just said $3 for the book and the gun. So I'll take it any day. That was a good sale. It had the potential to be so much better though, but it was still a pretty good sale. So yeah, that's all I have for this week though. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter. It's at Objo Gaming. If you want to hear me talk about games I'm playing or whatever. Check out Best Buy Gamer Club Unlocked, I guess, if you want to get discounts on games. Add me on the Miiverse if you want to play Splatoon or something. I don't know. Tell me what pickups you've gotten lately. Make me jealous. And I'll see you next time.